What is going on, everyone? We are back with another music reaction. I am HellaDepraved.
I'm Hellcat.
And we are?
HellaDepraved?
Yes, we are. Alright, this was the most requested Sidhu Moose Wala song.
Oh, fun. Okay.
This
Latest.
is Tibeyan Da Putt. Now, I would like everybody to know that this is a song that apparently he shouts out reactors in.
Oh, okay. Interesting.
I don't know when, or at least he talks about people that react to his music. I don't know.
Okay.
Either or. It has English subtitles already built into the video.
Beautiful.
I'm just going off of what I was told in the comment section, guys. If it's wrong, I apologize.
Okay. All right. I am informed.
All right. So it is time to check it out. This is Sidhu Moose Wala, Tibeyan Da Putt. Let's get it.
All right.
सुन हो बड़े तामे जामे आई नहीं अगे पीछे मामी आई नहीं गब्बरू दी चेक कर टाउर बल्लिए मिट्टी आया रत्ता वाला अणखा दे गन्ना वाला जट तेरा लाके आया दौड़ बल्लिए नी कर गौर बल्लिए बत्ती एक्सटेंड आई नहीं
क्या यार?
क्या निशा, तू पूरा दिन सिद्धू सिद्धू सुनती रहती है।
हाँ तो फैन हूँ मैं उसकी।
मिलवा दें फिर तुम्हें सिद्धू भाई से, भाई जैसा अपने।
सच में यार, सच में मिलाओगे?
बस इतनी सी बात, चल चले।
Are they trying to impress her? Are they trying to impress her? That's cute. What?
I think this is, as I get older, I start to develop this mentality of hating superfans of any artist. And it hurts me to say that because growing up, I was like a Linkin Park superfan.
Right.
I was a Eminem superfan.
My only problem with superfans is their inability to hear others' opinions and list them as just that, other people's opinions.
Right.
And all the arguments that ensue, and therefore all of the superfans of one group fighting against the superfans of another group, or you can't be superfans of this person and still enjoy.
I even
just don't gatekeep people.
It's not even just that. It has nothing. There's more to it than just that. You will get people that will be like, you'll have this person be like, man, Eminem is like my favorite artist of all time. I'm just using Eminem as an example because I hate stans.
But he loves Eminem.
But I love Eminem. And then somebody else will come and be like, dude, I'm also a big fan of Eminem. I have every album that he's put out on vinyl. I have posters. I have even action figures.
And
then it becomes
like,
a dick showing contest of who's the bigger fan. It's like, look, you're both fucking dumb, okay?
Well, and I have problems with the fibro. It creates fibro fog at this point in my life with memorization. I love certain bands and have been...
Please note, we are talking about super fans, not just generalized.
I don't want to call them... well, I've been called out on, well, but you didn't remember his name in this.
So?
Or you didn't remember the song title from 5 albums ago that you were talking about the lyrics of. So? I'm sorry, but obviously I knew the song because I was talking about the lyrics. I didn't remember the name of the song, but you obviously knew which song I was talking about based on me talking about the lyrics of the song. Not everybody is going to worship people the same way you do, and that is okay.
Right.
We can all enjoy something in different ways. But yeah, I also...
But
at that age that they were portraying in this, I thought it was funny that they're trying to, like, they looked like they were trying to impress her. Like the hair flip that the guy was doing. And
the only reason it triggered that in me, by the way, was the way she was like, I am such a big fan of Sidhu. And then you have the guy that's like, he's kind of like a brother of mine. I could introduce you.
Right, and you're like, oh, I hope this ends poorly for him. I hope she gets to see Sidhu, and I don't know. He's on the side ignored.
Right.
सी बात, चल चले।
सो कहंदा कीता कहंदे अच किन्नी है तू जान देख ले और बच्चा बच्चा करे जे ते मार देख ले पहला उड़दे लफाफे आसमान देखे ते फिर मूसे पिंडों चढ़िया तूफान देख ले ते फिर मूसे पिंडों चढ़िया तूफान देख ले
Yo, the kid. Thinking जो मूसा बोलदा है आउट
ਜੋ ਬੋਲੇ ਕੈਨੇਡਾ ਨਹੀਂ ਅਸੀਂ ਮੌਤ ਦੀ ਵੇਟ 'ਚ ਜਿਉਣੇ ਆ ਸਾਡਾ ਲਿਵਿੰਗ ਸਟਾਈਲ ਹੀ ਹੈ ਟੇਡਾ ਨਹੀਂ ਬਸਤਾਂ ਨਾ ਬੌਡੀ ਕੱਜਦੇ ਨਹੀਂ ਸਿੱਧਾ ਹਿੱਕਾਂ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਵੱਜਦੇ ਨਹੀਂ ਅਸੀਂ ਬੁੱਕਦੇ ਨਹੀਂ ਸਰੀ ਗੈਰਾਂ ਦੇ ਗੈਰਾਂ ਦੇ ਉਹ ਮਾੜੀ ਜੱਟਦੀ ਹਿੰਡ ਕੁੜੇ ਮੇਰਾ ਡੱਬਿਆਂ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਪਿੰਡ ਕੁੜੇ ਮੁੰਡੇ ਫੈਨੇ ਕੋਡੇ ਸ਼ਹਿਰਾਂ ਦੇ
He's like, yo, my bad.
He's like, well, I was just cleaning it and it accidentally discharged. I've heard that story 1,000 times.
Right.
So what is he saying? He's saying that their life is the same. It's not the life of the rich and famous, and their village has to continue living basically in a war zone type status.
Right.
So obviously these people that are coming and taking pictures of Moose Wala's hometown are putting themselves
at risk.
Right. Okay.
ਮਾੜੇ ਕੰਮ ਕਰਾ ਮਾੜੇ ਗੀਤ ਲਿਖਾ ਨਾਲ ਹੈਰਿਆ ਮਾੜੇ ਯਾਰਾਂ ਦੀ ਤਾਂ ਵੀ ਮੂਸੇ ਵਾਲਾ ਬਣਨੇ ਨੂੰ ਏ ਪੀੜ ਫਿਰੇ ਕਲਾਕਾਰਾਂ ਦੀ ਤੇਰੇ ਫੇਵਰਟ ਜੇ ਕਲਾਕਾਰ ਕੁੜੇ ਆਹ ਬਾਲੀਵੁੱਡ ਸਟਾਰ ਕੁੜੇ ਪੈਰ ਧਰਦੇ ਮੇਰੀਆਂ ਪੈੜਾਂ ਤੇ ਉਹ ਮਾੜੀ ਜੱਟਦੀ ਹਿੰਡ ਕੁੜੇ ਮੇਰਾ ਡੱਬਿਆਂ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਪਿੰਡ ਕੁੜੇ ਮੁੰਡੇ ਫੈਨੇ
आंटी जी सिद्धू किवें दा बंदा है
सिद्धू चंगा है पुत्त
So, by the way, I love that this entire song so far has been like, we're struggling, we live in the struggle.
Right.
Things aren't good where I'm from. You're putting yourself at risk coming and visiting where I'm from and where I still am. Right. But he kind of maintains this like tough guy figure, and then all of a sudden the lady's like, oh, he's nice. And so then the next thing you hear Sidhu start off with, he's like, yeah, I'm still down to earth and cool.
But I mean, here's the thing, he can be both.
Right.
And I think
And
that's something
possible.
that everybody forgets. Like,
Right.
he is part of the thug life that's on the cars and everything because of necessity to protect and support the area that he's from, family, right. So on and so forth. But that doesn't mean that he's not normally sort of like a relaxed, chill person. He's just always ready to go to war because he's always expecting it.
Right.
Which is a weird dichotomy that a lot of people have to live in. We're fortunate enough that we don't. Also, I would just kind of suck at that life. But, right. You know, it's I mean, I have the spirit for it. I do not have the physicality for it. So there is that.
I'm dancing to the song that's playing in my head still. I'm sorry.
Right. But, I mean, it is possible to be both. It's just kind of shocking, I guess, to people who've never had to see it, which is what these 3 tourists are. They're tourists.
Right.
And they did not get fully informed. And so I would venture to say that Sidhu is not like a brother to that one person if he had no clue what he was coming in here for.
Right.
ਰੱਖਣ ਮੇਰੇ ਤੇ ਅਮਰੀਕਾ ਤੋਂ ਸੱਚੀਏ ਵੀ ਮੰਨਦੇ ਫੈਕਟ ਕੁੜੇ ਗੀਤਾਂ ਤੇ ਕਰਨ ਰਿਐਕਟ ਕੁੜੇ ਨਹੀਂ ਜੱਟ ਲੋੜੇ ਪਾਉਂਦਾ ਕਹਿਰਾਂ ਦੇ ਉਹ ਮਾੜੀ ਜੱਟਦੀ ਹਿੰਡ ਕੁੜੇ ਮੇਰਾ ਡੱਬਿਆਂ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਪਿੰਡ ਕੁੜੇ ਮੁੰਡੇ ਫੈਨੇ ਤੁਹਾਡੇ ਸ਼ਹਿਰਾਂ ਦੇ
And again, this is something I want to point out to people. I don't even think he's necessarily talking about the reactors in America in general. I think he's talking about the younger people that are reacting to his music that don't understand.
It's possible. Yeah, one way or another. I mean, like, this whole track is seemingly about... There's so many fans of his that look at him as a superstar and in one light only, and that is him being a rapper, singer, artist,
right.
And think that he doesn't live the life that he has described in almost every single song. So, you know, he's just reaffirming that his life is dangerous, it is hard, it is a struggle. He didn't choose to transplant himself to Hollywood.
Right.
You know, he chose to stay where his life is important, with the family, the villagers, the people that he started this whole thing for. So, yeah.
And that's something a lot of people don't understand about artists, especially hip-hop artists, okay? There are, do not get me wrong, a lot of hip-hop artists that are out there that are faking the lifestyle.
Right.
They're faking it because they just want the money and the fame, but aren't ready to step up into that.
Right. Well, you look at people like the entire...
They won't live up to what they're rapping about.
Right.
But there are tons of people that will.
Right.
The ones that I'm talking about are like your Tupacs,
well, I
your
was
50
say
Cents,
the
your
entire
TIs.
group of Family Business is
Family
still in Long
Business.
Beach. They never moved. They're still in Long Beach.
Right.
You got Snoop Dogg. He has never lied about where he's at and what he's doing.
Nope.
I mean...
He had a really weird time where he was Snoop lying for a little bit, but you know, we
Right.
let that phase of his life pass.
Just pass on by. Right.
But yeah, a lot of the people, especially like mid 90s and before, a lot of them were living the lifestyles they were rapping about.
Right.
And even people that didn't live those lifestyles that were rapping weren't rapping about those lifestyles.
They were rapping about something else.
They were rapping about something else.
Right. Right. Honestly, back in the 90s, if you were rapping about something that you weren't living and it wasn't made out to be an entire fantasy fictional persona character,
or just a dance track, or
like
just...
you were putting your life on the line. That's for sure.
Stop! You're the reason you're making messes.
But I do think that his point here has a lot to do with the fact that he is viewed as, like, he's got this beautiful voice. A lot of what he puts out are sort of, I think, relaxing, sort of chill vibe tracks. And he has mentioned multiple times that he is kind of a relaxed, chill person.
Right.
He did the track for his mother, which was one of the ones we heard last, and that was gorgeous. He is obviously somebody, he was a deep thinker. You know, he was political, but people see what he's presented as on the screen, and there's a lot of talk about him, there's a lot of this, there's a lot of that, but, like, they forget that he's actually been pretty clear. This is where I live, this is what's important to me, this is what I'm protecting, this is what I'm housing, feeding, and we have to live on edge that at any moment
shit could pop off.
Yeah. Our cat is being sort of a butthead. We apologize for the brief interlude.
Go.
ਸ਼ਾਇਰਾਂ ਦੇ ਕੋਈ ਵੱਡੇ ਖਾਸ ਕਰਾਣੇ ਨਹੀਂ ਨਿਕਲਿਆ ਪਿੰਡਾਂ ਬਸਤੀਆਂ ਚੋਂ ਨਹੀਂ ਮੇਰੀ ਆਪਣੀ ਤਾਂ ਕੋਈ ਹਸਤੀ ਨਹੀਂ ਮੇਰਾ ਖੌਫ ਦਿਖੇਂਦਾ ਹਸਤੀਆਂ ਚੋਂ ਮਿੱਟੀ ਵਿੱਚ ਦੰਦੇ ਰੋਲ ਕੁੜੇ ਮੇਰੀ ਕਲਮ ਚੋਂ ਨਿਕਲੇ ਬੋਲ ਕੁੜੇ ਨਹੀਂ ਜਿਵੇਂ ਟੰਗ ਹੁੰਦੇ ਨੇ ਜੈਰਾਂ ਦੇ
ਤੁਸੀਂ ਚਾਹ ਪੀਓ ਪਤਾ ਨਹੀਂ ਕਿਉਂ ਲੋਗੋਂ ਨੂੰ ਮਾੜਾ ਕਹੀ ਜਾਂਦੇ ਸਿੱਧੂ ਦਿਲ ਦਾ ਨਹੀਂ ਮਾੜਾ
I like how she skipped around that one. Sidhu does not have a bad heart.
He's like,
yeah, that does not mean that he's not walking around with an AK. Right. I'm sorry.
He doesn't intend to do bad, but sometimes you have to do bad to protect the ones that you love.
I also like that he's like, you know, we come from the working class. We're not nobles. We're not silver spooners. He's like, I don't live in grandeur. And that is true. However, I do like that, at least in this video, what he has provided for his villagers are these fabulous working cat machines and all of the stuff for farming that will make their life so much easier. But he's tricked them out. So they have like a thug life on them, and they're doing wheelies in them right now. Or the Rover that they've got in the back of some of it, or the car they were driving. It's like, okay, yeah, I mean, like, it's totally fine to use your money for fun. It's your money, you know. Right. But I think it's great that he's like, we didn't need McMansions. What we needed was better tools.
Did you just call it a McMansion?
Yes, I did.
Okay.
Better tools to farm and do the agricultural stuff and stuff that my village has been doing all this time. And so we'll get awesome tractors, and I think that's great. It's fabulous.
ਦੱਸਦੇ ਨੇ ਨੀ ਕਈ ਧਰਮਾਂ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਬਾੜਦੇ ਨੇ ਨੀ ਕਿਤੇ ਪੂਜਾ ਮੇਰੀ ਕਰਦੇ ਨੇ ਨੀ ਕਿਤੇ ਪੁਤਲੇ ਮੇਰੇ ਸਾੜਦੇ ਨੇ ਨਾ ਸਮਝ ਸਕੇ ਮੇਰੇ ਰਾਹਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਨੀ ਕੌਣ ਰੋਕ ਲਊ ਤੇਰੇ ਯਾਵਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਨੀ ਬੰਨੇ ਲੱਗਦੇ ਹੁੰਦੇ ਨਹਿਰਾਂ ਦੇ
ਮਾਤਾ ਇਹ ਕੌਣ ਨੇ
ਨਹਿਰਾਂ ਦੇ ਮਾੜੀ ਜੱਟ ਦੀ ਹਿੰਡ ਕੁੜਾ ਮੇਰਾ ਟਿੱਬਿਆਂ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਪਿੰਡ ਕੁੜੇ ਮੁੰਡੇ ਫੈਨੇ
ਤੈਨੂੰ ਹੀ ਪੁੱਛਦੇ ਆ ਪੁੱਤ
ਸ਼ਾਇਰਾਂ ਦੇ ਮਾੜੀ ਜੱਟ ਦੀ ਹਿੰਡ ਕੁੜਾ ਮੇਰਾ ਟਿੱਬਿਆਂ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਪਿੰਡ ਕੁੜੇ ਮੁੰਡੇ ਫੈਨੇ ਤੁਹਾਡੇ ਸ਼ਾਇਰਾਂ ਦੇ
ਫੋਟੋ ਕਰਾਉਣੀ ਆ ਜਿੱਥੇ ਬੱਸ ਤੱਕ ਨਹੀਂ ਸੀ ਆਉਂਦੀ ਮੈਂ ਉਸ ਪਿੰਡ ਚੋਂ ਆਇਆ ਤੇ ਗਿਣਵੇਂ ਚੁਣਵੇਂ ਇੰਜੀਨੀਅਰ ਨੇ ਗਿਣਵੇਂ ਚੁਣਵੇਂ ਫੌਜ 'ਚ ਭਰਤੀ ਨੇ ਨੋਰਮਲ ਜੇ ਘਰ ਤੋਂ ਆਇਆ ਮੇਰਾ ਘਰ ਦੇਖ ਲਓ ਜਾ ਕੇ ਤੇ ਜੇ ਮੈਂ ਅੱਜ ਇੰਨੀ ਭੀੜ ਚੋਂ ਨਿਕਲ ਕੇ ਕਿਤੇ ਖੜਾਂਗਾ ਤਾਂ ਮੈਂ ਤੁੱਕਾ ਨਹੀਂ ਲਾਇਆ ਜਾਂ ਮੈਂ ਕਿਸੇ ਨੂੰ ਗਾਲਾਂ ਕੱਢ ਕੇ ਨਹੀਂ ਆਇਆ ਮੇਰਾ ਲੋਟ ਆਫ ਹਾਰਡ ਵਰਕ ਹੈ
That's fantastic. I think those boys at the end almost peed themselves, whereas the girl sat there. She's like, I'm an Uber fan. I'm frozen solid. This is so cool, though. And how coincidental that they ran straight to his mom's house.
Right.
Sidhu's just like, Mom?
I like how at first he's like,
who are you letting in, right? Who are they?
Do you know these people?
What are they doing in our house? I mean, obviously they were kids. Now, I can't say obviously because in war-torn areas, kids are often used. But I think from their clothing and the cameras, and it was kind of obvious that they were there for fandom's sake, not for assassination or anything like that.
Right.
I really liked that one.
It was a lot of fun. Probably amongst my faves.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a good song though.
Yeah. All right.
All right. We love you guys, and we will see you next time. Be sure to comment down below what Sidhu song you want next.
Yeah.
Please make sure we haven't already done it before you request it. Please.
And how come the spelling is different? I'm guessing Tibeyan should have 2 B's.
I have no clue.
All right.
All right. We love you guys, and we will see you next time.
Bye, guys.
Bye-bye.